I blame Moon for the transition being wrong this time on timing and everything because, like, literally he pressed the wrong button and just disappeared. And I was like, what? What? You stun locked me, you asshole.
I didn't mean to. Oh, it's like I'm that one friend with the controllers. Like, I don't know how I did that, but I'm winning. Okay.
You're an idiot.
You are correct. I'm so glad you noticed.
Are there anybody in the chat? Like, why can I not see the chat going right now?
Fuck. That's a good question.
Let me refresh. Like, I cannot see. Okay, there we go. There's chat. It didn't update. It did not update to show me the effing chat. All right. It's okay. We are all idiots here. Hi, Spider.
I appreciate that.
All right. So, before we get started on new stuff, let's go ahead and just take a moment to express that we watched episode 2 of Solo Leveling yesterday. Now, I wanted to talk briefly around on this particular topic. Not the episode, because I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't seen it. But we very much enjoyed the episode. That is, yeah. All right, so first off, quick words about sound design. Fenris, what'd you think?
So grotesque. Definitely sent a chill down my spine with damn near every sound they played. It was beautiful.
Moon?
Hold on. Okay. It was a lot of fun. The fucking creepy ass smile the statue had was
No.
amazing.
We're talking about sound design specifically.
Oh, sound design. Oh.
I mean, hearing the smile come up with all the grinding of the stone was nuts.
Oh yeah. That was nice.
Absolutely, that was nuts. And just every single wet slice and just crush.
Yeah, it was nice.
Really
it was very nice. And I thought the sound design was good. I have one complaint I would like to register. And it's especially because it was like, wait, what the fuck are they trying to say? Because I'm not fully piercing it out. I got the lyrics to the opening theme song, and it looks like it was written by ChatGPT. Whatever they were trying to say.
And Google collabing on it.
And Google Translate. It felt like a Google Translate. Like, if Google Translate took Japanese and tried to turn it into English, it just didn't work.
And they told ChatGPT to write a song with the English lyrics.
Right! Like, here's my thing. The song is a banger. Like, it sounds really good. So long as you're not trying to pay attention to what they're saying, it's good. But the moment you start English, the moment you start paying attention to the quote unquote English, you're like, ah, fuck. This is like every t-shirt and sign that you see in Japan that you're just like, that's written in English, and you're like, that's not right. But then again, we have our own version of that. How many motherfuckers have tattoos on themselves that they're like, it means this, and it really means tiny dick, or this side up, or, you know, push this way, or some shit like that. So we're just as guilty. We're just as guilty.
Absolutely. The best mistranslation I've ever seen in Japan is fucking sale.
My favorite mistranslation in America is literally a dude that thought he had like power on his back, and it literally said bathroom.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, English songs from but this wasn't English. This was actually said this was understandable, easily understandable.
Yeah.
Like, whoever sang this can speak American English really well. Because there was no English on it. They didn't sound like Uncle Roger. They sounded like they were like from somewhere here in America. And that's what really throws me off, man. Yeah. A lot of it doesn't make sense. So just here's my thing about the opening. If you don't know anything about the show, close your eyes and listen to it. If you know what's coming because you've read the manga, then go for it. Just please, don't try to listen to or understand the lyrics. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. All right.
Are you telling people to close their eyes because of the spoilers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. No one knows it's a spoiler.
Oh, no.
You think I knew what the fuck a spoiler was?
Excuse me. There's a shit ton of people that know that it's a spoiler.
Yeah, the people who have read the stuff before, but for people like me who haven't, I'm not gonna know it's a spoiler.
This is solo leveling!
Cool.
This is solo leveling, sir!
So?
You are now the minority! The people... Now, usually when an anime comes out, the majority don't know anything about the source material. But sir, this is solo leveling. People who have not read the manga or know nothing about it or... Now, the minority, the true minority are the light novel readers. Those aren't as prevalent, but the manhwa readers, that shit is global, dude. Yeah, it's insane.
I don't doubt that. I'm not doubting anything you're saying, but the point I'm getting at is there's no point telling people to avoid spoilers in an opening or an ending.
Oh, no.
Because if we don't know about it, what is there to spoil? All I saw was a dude fighting stuff, and it was cool.
Here's my thing. There's plenty to spoil. You just don't know it yet. But once you get there, you're gonna be mad that the opening spoiled it for you. That's why we're saying don't watch for spoilers. All right, fine, whatever. There's plenty of people that are mad because OPs are full of spoilers while EDs are not. That's why I specifically say, hey guys, if you like a show, listen to the opening song and watch the ending theme song. Speaking of EDs, did everybody notice that there was a slight change in the ED for Freerin?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was beautiful. We went from "and you're all right" to "and I'm all right." It's the same band singing a slightly different variation of the same song, and it's great. I love it. Not gonna lie, drop solo leveling halfway through. Ooh, boy.
That is a terrible idea.
You read the manga pretty way through? Solo leveling is one of those things I would suggest that you definitely check out the anime for, because it's... I think Holy Tsukasa is talking about the manga or the light novel, not the anime. But unfortunately, you dropped it before the good part. Yeah! Dude, what's really funny is you could say that about any part of solo leveling. It'd be like, yeah, you dropped it before the good part. It's like, there's some shit there. But we're not going to strictly be talking about... We're not strictly talking about solo leveling at the moment. I was just bringing it up because I wanted to talk a bit about the OP and the song and how weird the lyrics were and stuff. You're gushing over Magical Girls? I see.
That anime.
All right.
That anime. Oh.
Solo leveling. I made it to... Oh, God damn it. No, Spider. No.
Okay, then.
Be healed! All right, so one last bit of solo leveling stuff, because I got Fat Dog news to talk about real quick. Guys, we were given the green light on an idea, so we're going to be putting out a short pretty soon asking for your opinions on stuff, which means we will be putting out a short and a poll here on the YouTube channel asking you if you would like to have us live on our Twitch channel, not read, act out solo leveling. Like, literally, instead of just reading it, we would have actors come in and play different characters. So there's a lot of people that will be coming in to do bit parts where they just get killed off for, say, like 1 or 2 lines. But, like, literally, it's kind of a radio play, a live radio play of solo leveling. Now, first, we would have to gauge interest. We want to know, hey, is that something you'd be willing to check out? Would you like to see us assholes act out solo leveling? And I mean all of Fat Dog. Would you like to see PhatDogStudios come in, do some live sessions, live on our Twitch channel, and just do the whole thing? That's what I'm curious about. We will have a poll up soon about that, and we will put out a short, because our shorts tend to get more attention than our polls do. So... I was like, so we're going to check the comments for our shorts, because we had like 800,000 for a short at one point. Also, great news, everybody. Episode 2 of Log Horizon Abridged has now officially passed 1 million views. Thank you guys so much. Woo! That is insane. Cannot believe that. I also want to point your attention to episode 12 of Log Horizon Abridged. Please go check that out. For some reason, the One Piece movie, which is longer than episode 12 of Log Horizon Abridged, has been out for way shorter time, has more views. Don't know why. All right, there we go. That is the majority of the news. I'm working on getting Slime ready. Hopefully it'll be out by the end of the month. Also, look forward to some more shorts. Some more shorts coming out for Shangri-La Frontier. I am going to be putting out some short jokes for Shangri-La Frontier because shorts can only be a minute long, so we have very little to work with. I'm going to start putting out like shorts and stuff, and then eventually we're going to put out a full episode compilation of like, we'll do like an actual full one-shot of Shangri-La. But I've got to have a bunch of different skits and stuff ready. But I'm really enjoying Shangri-La Frontier, and I wanted to poke some fun at it while I could. Anyhow, yeah, Konosuba's coming along. Script is getting written. I'd say we're 75% of the way done with the script for Konosuba at this point. I just have to sit down and rewatch everything just to make sure that what I'm working on doesn't contrast too much. That's all. So, that having been said, we are done with your Fat Dog news. And we are now able to move on to Anime Church. Welcome to Anime Church! The only church where cosplay is not only encouraged, but highly recommended. Did I say it right this time?
Absolutely.
Did I say it right this time?
I think you did.
Holy shit! All right. I am a very festive and frigid. I don't live in Chicago, by the way. I'm just a Cubs fan. It is a winter weather advisory where I am at. We are getting a winter storm coming through. So I am a chilly boy. I would say the frigid person is actually Fenris. I am chilly. And there's the warm moon. I am the Chilly Willy, also known as your Minister of Science and Technology, Richie Roberts.
I may as well be a Glaceon right now, but I am Moonlight Sparks, your Minister of Arceology. Praise Arceus.
If you don't praise Arceus, you know what you will get. The Lunar Tick.
Yeah.
And I am Fenris Audrey, your patron saint of snackos. I have pineapple today.
That's a good snack. That is a good snack. And for those of you assholes who don't practice Rimaruism, this is what you're missing out on. Delicious.
I am not drunk, thank
moist chocolate chip cookies. It's pretty wintry here too. Fucking weird month. Dude, it's January. If you were expecting it to be anything other than that in January up in the northern hemisphere, you're out of your damn mind. Now, if it's snowing, if it's snowing down in Australia right now, then fuck, we are in some trouble.
I don't have cookies.
I don't know, Richie. Last week we were in the 60s up here.
Mm-hmm.
How?
I have no fucking idea, dude.
Dude, we finally got winter weather. Okay, I'm happy for it. I may have snow on my birthday. Oh, another bit of news I meant to drop. Fat Dog news. Tuesday is my birthday. I will be streaming on the Fat Dog Twitch channel where we will be finishing up our commentary / review of episodes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 of Slime Abridged.
If I'm allowed, I might actually be able to jump in on that just for fun.
Mm-hmm. We got 6 episodes to go. For those of you who are curious as to how old the old man is going to become, I will be the answer to life, the universe, and everything.
42.
If you don't get that joke, you need to watch Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Or read it, or listen to the radio show.
Not just because there's a great...
all three.
Not just because it's a great movie, but because also the stellar cast. Not only does it have Martin
Really
Freeman
good
in it,
cast.
not only Martin Freeman, Sam Rockwell, who I thought was one of the biggest highlights. Oh my God, this is the second movie that Sam Rockwell and Alan Rickman have been in together. Galaxy Quest they were in.
Huh.
Yep.
Sam Rockwell was in Galaxy Quest as Guy, the plucky comic relief, as you would.
Yeah, that was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Galaxy Quest. Man, I love Galaxy Quest.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
Never give up. Never surrender.
God damn it. If I ever get the chance to, I know so many people go up to Alan Rickman's like grave and give like their little Harry Potter thoughts. I would walk up to that grave and just be like, by Grabthar's hammer, by the sons of Orven, you shall be remembered. I fucking love it because it's a whole satire on Star Trek. Literally, it is considered one of the best Star Trek movies by the Star Trek community, which is beautiful.
It's great.
All right. I also love Patrick Stewart's. I love Patrick Stewart's whole take on it because at first, so many of the cast of TNG were telling him to check it out, and he was like, "Oh, I don't want to see it. They're poking fun at us, blah, blah, blah." And then he went and saw it, and he's like, "I love this. Why didn't we do this?" Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
I love how much Patrick Stewart is willing to let, wholesome people take the piss out of Star Trek at a point, you know? All right. That having been said, we got some actual serious news to talk about. And the first one is a doozy.
Yes!
Fenris, let's talk about the title thing. Let's talk about today's title match. Voice actors versus SAG-AFTRA on the issue of AI. Ready? Fight!
As Celebrity Deathmatch once said, I want a good, clean fight. Let's get it on! Anyway.
And as SAG-AFTRA said, hold on. As SAG-AFTRA said,
fuck this shit, I'm out.
Hell yeah.
SAG-AFTRA signs agreement with VoiceOver Studio on AI voices in video games. The Screen Actors Guild American Federation of Television and Radio Artists, otherwise known as SAG-AFTRA, labor union announced on Tuesday that it has signed an agreement with Replica Studios, an AI voiceover studio. That sets terms for the use of artificial intelligence for voices in video games. The agreement's terms include informed consent for the use of AI to create digital voice replicas, recreations of the voice of a real performer, living or dead. They also include requirements for the safe storage of digital assets. The union said that the deal will enable Replica Studios to engage SAG-AFTRA members under a fair, ethical agreement to safely create and license a digital replica of their voice. Licensed voices can be used in video game development and other interactive media projects from pre-production to final release, but the agreement also requires the voiceover performers have the opportunity to opt out of its continued use in new works. SAG-AFTRA National Executive Director and Chief Negotiator Duncan Crabtree Ireland stated regarding the agreement, "Recent developments in AI technology have underscored the importance of protecting the rights of voice talent, particularly as game studios explore more efficient ways to create their games. With this agreement, we have achieved fully informed consent and fair compensation when it comes to the use of members' voices and performances. We are proud to work with Replica in leading the way to make it easy for these companies to access SAG-AFTRA's world-renowned talent in an ethical manner that ensures consent and fair compensation for the contributions. This agreement also paves the way for other companies to follow their lead." Meanwhile, several voice actors have expressed their concerns on the agreement and how it was reached.
Yep,
Steve
they
Bloom.
really did, and it got a little out of hand. You know what? It kind of sounded like, yeah. Here's the voiceover community's response.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Yeah, Steve Bloom, one of the most well-known voice actors in America. He responded to SAG-AFTRA posting this on Twitter. "Excuse me, with all due respect, you state in the article approved by affected members of the union's voiceover community. Nobody in our community approved this that I know of. Games are the bulk of my livelihood and have been for years. Who are you referring to?" Yang Yi, SAG-AFTRA, approved by affected members of the union's voiceover performer community. Literally every working voice actor, we did not approve of this.
Yeah. And here's SAG-AFTRA's response.
We do not care.
That is very literally their response in a moment. So,
Xander Bobus also posted, "Fucking who?
And
Did
Wyatt
any of y'all
Reynolds.
approve this? I didn't get told we were voting on this. SAG leadership, please. I'm begging you, stop showing your ass and do something to keep us working. You know, your job. You ain't licensors. You are a labor union. The hell y'all doing?"
Isn't Xander Mobus one of the Deadpools?
I think so. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, didn't he? Wasn't he Deadpool in the Deadpool versus Cell skit from Team 4-Star? No, seriously.
I don't know, to be honest.
I don't remember. Hold on.
Check the end of that where they're talking about what's her name? It's like Xander Mobus. Xander Mobus.
Oh, he was Joker in Persona 5.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dude,
he's
do
the
you know how
announcer of
many
Super
people?
Smash Brothers.
Do you know how many people have worked with Team 4-Star and like gone on to do like video games and all sorts of shit? Yeah, it's crazy.
But Replica Studios,
shit,
Replica
he's
Studios'
Zom 100.
AI platform launched in 2019, and it sells AI voices to video game developers from its ethically licensed library of voices. The company announced a new iteration of smart NPCs last year that could use OpenAI to interact with video game players in real time. SAG-AFTRA represents over... Okay, that's all just a bunch of fucking history on SAG-AFTRA and what they did last year. So yeah, SAG basically, from everything I read on it, fucking over video game voiceover artists because money.
It does not look like a good thing for you
Yeah.
guys to do. So, you know. Just
Especially following what Microsoft did a
Fuck.
couple months ago.
you know what I forgot to do as soon as we went live on the stream, you know what I forgot to do? Fat Dog FM After Dark. There we go.
Yep.
I forgot to do that. How bad that would have thrown everybody off. Yeah, there a lot of stuff to do. Here's I mean,
Yes, Argon,
SAG-AFTRA
I
needs
would.
a stern talking to. Sorry.
Yes,
Absolutely.
I'm reading chat, and yes, Argon, I would definitely love to know what they define as ethically sourced.
Oh, that's okay. Here is my response
Why
to
don't they give
SAG-AFTRA.
names for who it was that agreed?
Yeah, here,
I don't think anyone agreed.
rather than a rant, I would just like to say to SAG-AFTRA, this is my response. There you go.
Yep.
And then 10,000 members of SAG-AFTRA just went. Oh, I'm sorry, 20,000. I was like, hey, way to make your money now, bitch. However, there is a ray of light to this story. That is a follow-up, and I gotta say, man, it's making me feel a little weird. In fact,
I can see chemistry.
no. All right, so that had to be done. All right, but yeah, the U.S. Congress comes out of nowhere. Oh my God! Here comes Bernie Sanders with a steel chair.
Surprise, motherfucker.
All right, I'm done. Bad time. No.
All right, but as
It was
Richie
a bad
alluded
time to
to,
do. Yeah.
House lawmakers unveil no
Oh, hold
AI
on.
fraud act.
I'm getting a circle of doom on YouTube. Let me make
Oh,
sure
no.
everything is
Let me check the stream.
stream up and running. It looks like it's
Yeah,
fine
it's
on.
still running.
Okay, it's still up and running. I just needed to check because on YouTube I was getting the little circle of doom, but when I go to check OBS, everything's fine. I'm like, who do I believe? You know. But anyway, let's continue.
Technology, it's magical cats, dude.
It's hurting Stark knobs.
Yes, House lawmakers unveil no AI fraud act and push for federal protections for voice likeness.
Guys, they literally they literally wrote the act out so that the act actually spelled fraud.
Yes.
It is the dumbest thing ever. But yeah, whatever. That's how Congress be. They're like, oh, this is cute. And I'm like, you're idiots. Get to work. Nobody gives a shit about your partisan ideology bullshit. Serve your citizens, not your self-interests.
Quit voting to give yourself a raise when you didn't do shit but argue.
I'm telling you, you know how quickly we could solve so many problems in this country if everybody in Congress had to live off the minimum wage?
Oh, it would be so nice.
and got the same level of insurance, medical and dental insurance that we get.
Oh, it'd be wonderful.
Oh yeah, bro, how quickly this place would become not a utopia, but a lot better.
You know, back in the early 1900s, Congress actually worked off a per diem.
Mm-hmm.
We should go back to that.
We should.
But a bipartisan group of U.S. House lawmakers announced a new bill on Wednesday, January 10th,
Proud of this.
that regulates the use of AI for cloning voices and likenesses. Called the No Artificial Intelligence, Fake Replicas, and Unauthorized Duplications Act, the No Fraud Act. The bill aims to establish a federal framework for protecting one's voice and likeness and lays out First Amendment protections.
Fuck
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
More federal and state legislation regulating artificial intelligence is expected to be announced later today, including a bill from Governor Bill Lee of Tennessee, also regarding AI voice and likeness cloning. On January 5th, Governor Lee hinted at the subject of his forthcoming legislation as the technology landscape evolves with artificial intelligence. We're proud to lead the nation in proposing legal protection for our best-in-class artists and songwriters. The No AI Fraud Act was introduced by Representative Maria Elvira Salazar, Republican from Florida.
Of course.
The lead Republican sponsor of the bill, alongside Representatives Madeline Dean from Pennsylvania, Nathaniel Moran from Texas, Joe Morello from New York, and Rob Whitman from Virginia. It is said to be based on the Senate discussion draft Nurture Originals, Foster Art, and Keep Entertainment Safe Act, otherwise known as the No Fakes Act. I'm seeing what you mean, Richie, how they like their stupid acronyms.
Yes! Yes!
Which was announced last October. It's time for bad actors using AI to face the music, Representative Salazar. The bill plugs a hole in the law and gives artists and U.S. citizens the power to protect their rights, their creative work, and their fundamentally individuality online.
Now, we've talked a little bit about the sketchiness of this before, like when people were using AI voice work to imitate Kevin Conroy's Batman to talk about topics like depression and pornography addiction and things like that. Even though it was being used for a good cause, it is legally not okay to do that. Like, you are literally taking someone who is deceased and having them say all sorts of stuff, regardless of whether they would have approved of the topic or not. It's still not okay to use their likeness in perpetuity the way you were doing. So, we talked about that, and we were like, we didn't know how to feel about it. It was a weird gray area because we liked the topics. We liked some of the topics that they were discussing, but we didn't like the fact that they literally used a dead person's voice. Like, that is not okay.
AI voice synthesis technology poses a new problem and opportunity for recording artists. While some laud it as a novel marketing, creative, or fan engagement tool, it also leaves artists vulnerable to uncanny impersonations that can confuse, scam, or mislead the public. An artist's voice, image, or likeness may be covered by right of publicity laws, which protect them from commercial exploitation without authorization, but this is a right that varies state by state. The No AI Fraud Act aims to establish a harmonized baseline of protection. Still, if one lives in a state with an even stronger right of publicity law than the No AI Fraud Act, that state protection is still viable and may be easier to address in courts. The bill is keeping with regulations that a number of music business executives, including those at Sony, ASCAP, UMG, have called for in recent months.
Yeah.
Following incidents like the viral fake Drake song "Heart on My Sleeve." And there's just a bunch of CEOs like expressing how happy they are about it.
That's what it is. That's what it is. When it started affecting the music industry and the big wigs up there, like once it started affecting people who have money and like the donors, that's when they started putting laws in. I hate how our system works. We're such a reactive country and not a proactive country. It's like, it is time to get off your ass and do something before.
Indeed.
Why do we have to wait for the problems to start when we know they're coming? You know? All right. All right, I posted this 2 days ago. I'm hoping that you got a chance to watch it because it wasn't a very long thing. It was like a minute and 2 seconds.
Are you going to talk about the game?
Yeah. What game?
The Boruto game?
Oh shit! Yeah, we got to talk about. Well, we weren't gonna dive into the full thing. We were just gonna lightly cover it. My bad.
Okay.
But we've been talking about the whole AI situation for a minute, so I was like, yeah.
It made sense to bridge the two topics without having an intermediary.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, cool. Let's move on to that. Sorry, I forgot about that. But we were just gonna lightly cover it, not read the full article or anything. We were just going to be like, hey, by the way, this happened last year and we missed this. Our bad. But apparently there was some shit with Bandai Namco. They were accused of using AI in the latest Naruto video game title. I think it was Naruto Storm Connections.
Yes, Naruto, Boruto, Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections.
Yeah, Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections. Okay. There were some lines in there. They were asking the dub actress, Miley Flanagan, if she had done, and she was like, I don't remember recording that. So actually, a couple of people in that game said they did not remember recording specific lines. So, yeah, there was this whole thing, and apparently Bandai Namco was like, we didn't use any AI. And we're like, yeah, not trusting your word on that. All right. Guys, if you did not see, and I hope it's in the description, it better be. Look in the description. Yes, it is. I was pretty sure I put it in there. Guys, a first look kind of teaser was dropped this week for Arcane Season 2. For those of you who remember Arcane, that is the best publicity League of Legends ever had.
Mm-hmm.
I will give them this. League of Legends knows how to make a trailer. They know how to make an opening to their world champions and stuff like that, world championship shit. And they know how to make a fucking... They know how to work on making a series and making their world seem really good. And then you go to play the game and you're like, what the fuck is this? Because it does not have any of that story in it. It's just fight, fight, fight. So,
and it has one of the most toxic communities I've ever seen.
Yes, it do.
Oh, yes.
So that having been said, though, we got a tease and a nice little first look at Season 2 of Arcane. Guys, did you watch this? And if so, what did you think?
I did.
Okay.
I believe his name was Mundo?
I don't know the actual characters.
Give me a sec.
I know the two. I know the two from the previous season. Like, what's his name? The guy that was in the first 3 episodes. That was Jinx and Vi's dad or whatever. Their adopted dad?
Father. Yeah.
Yeah, their adopted father. I remember seeing him in season 1 hanging up there in like the ceiling area that the crazy doctor was working on, and then later I found out. Oh, this character that we met, that's the backstory for a playable character in the game. And I'm like, oh, okay.
It is.
So there's some shit. So these are 2 quote-unquote villain characters in the game?
As close to villains as you can get.
Well, no, the doctor definitely is a villain.
Yeah.
If you read his backstory in the game, yeah, he's absolutely a villain. As for what the other guy is going to become, because I know what he is in the game, I don't know his game backstory.
I don't really know his game backstory either. I'm pretty sure it's Mundo though, which is a Hulk-looking thing, and I'm pretty sure the guy with
that's not what was being teased. Because according to canon, according to the canon and everything that I was seeing, he's the werewolf or the wolf monster.
Okay.
Well,
that was created by this doctor. That was created by this doctor.
Yeah, okay.
So.
Yeah, I could see the fur now, so okay.
Yeah.
No, I see that now. Okay, yeah.
So, no, I was not talking about Mundo.
Yeah, no, it's
talking about a different character.
Warwick?
Yeah.
I think it was Warwick.
I don't know. But yeah, that's what's going on here. I sometimes watch Teching 101 YouTube channel. Oh, okay.
I will say in this with the topic of Arcane, this is where I will admit I'm like Moon. I haven't watched it.
You haven't watched Arcane?
I had no interest.
You need to.
Moon's watched
It's
Arcane.
really good.
I had no interest. I stopped playing League of Legends back in 2011 when
That's the whole thing.
And I
That's the
stopped
whole thing.
before that.
No one gives a shit about League of Legends, the game. Just watch Arcane. Arcane itself is really fucking good.
It is so
It is.
good.
It is.
Well
It is
worth
phenomenal
the watch.
storytelling that has nothing really to do with the game because the game could not tell a story like this.
The storytelling, the animation, the just the overall style, the sound.
Here's the thing.
Like everything about
When
this
Riot
show
takes
is so
League
good.
characters and doesn't actually throw them in the game League of Legends, they're fucking amazing. KDA, Arcane, basically just the opening videos for most of the fucking freaking world tournaments that they have, the world championships or whatever. Like when they don't actually involve the game itself, Riot could do some crazy good shit with their characters. Arcane is proof of that. I highly look. Just forget League of Legends. Just go in watching it. It's like, okay, I know a little bit about these characters. That's really all you need to know. Like, it is so good, and it is super fucking well acted. You're hot, Cupcake. I didn't even know Arcane was related to League of Legends when I watched it. Exactly. It does not
I think
feel
that's
that
the best
way.
endorsement for Arcane I could ever
Yeah.
hear.
If you don't know, and also the opening for the opening theme for it, the OP is really good. Enemies? I mean, I'm not surprised that Riot got Imagine Dragons. They work with Imagine Dragons. Like, it's not a surprise. If you,
Not at all.
bro, the amount of times Imagine Dragons songs have been used with Riot is, like, come on. All right. Anyway, it's just really good. I just thought, you know, that was a nice tease and everything. So yeah. And it's just nice to finally hear officially season 2 is coming. I'm really looking forward to that. I mean, for God's sakes, Vi was played by Kate Bishop, the actress who plays Kate Bishop in the Marvel universe. Yeah.
Once again, not a big superhero fan. I haven't kept up on the Marvel universe.
Hawkeye's.
Or DC.
Well, okay. Here's all you really need to know about the Hawkeye series. Look up Kate Bishop and Yelena. Like, their scenes together are just the best. Yelena, aka Black Widow's sister. Anyhow,
She has a sister?
yeah,
But seriously, I did not know this.
So,
quote unquote sister.
did you not see the Black Widow movie? I mean, I didn't
No, he
either,
did not.
but at least the trailers.
The last Marvel movie I watched was
In game.
Thor Ragnarok. I haven't even seen Endgame
What
or
the fuck is wrong with you?
the last actual Marvel movie, like Marvel Avengers movie I watched was Civil War.
Okay, first off, you need to. All right, here's the list of things that you definitely need to watch: Infinity War, Endgame, Shang-Chi. Those are the 3 you definitely need to watch, especially Shang-Chi, because Shang-Chi it doesn't really heavily deal with the mystical. It's mostly like martial arts and based in the real world. It's not superhero level shit until later, but that's like, it's still very martial arts heavy based. And it was actually a really good movie.
I can get behind that. Superheroes just don't really appeal to me. Probably why I didn't like My Hero Academia.
Oh, okay. Well, because All Might is Japanese Superman.
I saw All Might as Naotsugu from episode 1 of Log Horizon Abridged. Where he wants to be an American, but he's not.
Okay, yeah.
That-
Gotcha. Reverse weeaboo.
Yes,
Okay,
reverse
so,
weeaboo, there
no,
we
I
go.
think the most accurate depiction. Of that was the Team 4-star with when you Nappa as fuck it. He was like, now when you say from what was it 3.0 Kai 3.0? Now when you say plus ultra, you gotta say it like a Japanese dude. No, I'm gonna go beg
Arasu Otada!
No, I gotta go beg Decarod's mom. Straight up Professor Oak in that bitch. I'm like, God damn it. I love it! Love it! Alright. Guys, Johnny Somali had a verdict. We don't usually talk about Johnny Somali, and for good reason. Fuck that guy, and he doesn't need any more exposure. But this guy got his... I thought he'd gotten a 3-year sentence in like November or whatever, but now as of this week, the court, a business court, has fined him 200,000 yen or 1,381 US dollars. He must leave Japan, and it's a possibly be a deportation with an entry ban to Japan. He will no longer be allowed in Japan. I'm sorry, this guy should have been made an example of. If you don't know about Johnny Somali, and you want to know who this guy is and what he do, go look it up for yourself. I don't want to explain anymore. Like, fuck this guy. The only way this sentence could have actually been handled in less of a way that felt like a slap on the wrist is if they deported him immediately into the Bloods and the Crips to let them have their way. Mm-hmm. I think the appropriate sentence would have been, okay, 3 years in prison, and then once you get out, we turn you over to the Yakuza.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Or, if he just disappeared and nobody ever talked about him again.
I mean, that would be great, too.
To
if you don't know who Johnny Somali is, then that means you probably don't watch streams on Kick, and thank you for that. But yeah, fuck this guy. He deserved a much worse for how he treated people over in Japan. And he literally made the Japanese people really dislike YouTubers again. Like, just as we had finally gotten over the fucking Suicide Forest bullshit era of YouTubers and the stigma of the Japanese people towards YouTubers over Logan fucking Paul. Here comes this asshole. And there was another asshole that got in trouble who's like a YouTuber who's like, here's how you do stuff for free. Here's how to travel for free in Japan. And he literally would skip things, hop on trains, and hide from the authorities that were searching for him and shit. Like, that fucking asshole finally got caught. And all they're doing is making it worse. Like, you're already fighting an uphill battle when you come to Japan as a foreigner. Now, typically, most Japanese are pretty tolerant of foreigners, and they understand, hey, you come here, you can't read a lot of the stuff. They try to be accommodating. But there are rules in Japan. Not all of them are written out. But there's basic rules as a fucking human being that you should abide by and not ruin it for the rest of us. I, like many people on this channel, and probably many of you watching, want to go to Japan someday and hang out and see some sights, play some games, eat some fucking good food.
I'd love to see some of my friends who live over there.
I want to go to the damn Fox Village.
Fuck yes.
That would be awesome.
I want to go to the Fox
Cat
Village.
Island.
The Cat Island. The Bunny Island. I want to go to the Sapporo Ice Festival in Hokkaido, God damn it.
Fuck, I want to go and see Fukushima. I want to see how that place is recovering.
I want to go to Fuji. Like, there's a lot of stuff. I want to go to Nagano. Just because I want to record the thing for Greg in Nagano, and he's like, he's from freaking Nagano. We're in freaking Nagano. Like, just want to record that for Greg.
You think I want to go to Hokkaido for a day and experience the true culture?
Yeah, I would love to go to. I would love to go to Osaka and try their food. And maybe if we have the time and the money to do it, Okinawa. Go down to the southern seas of Japan, where it's a bit more tropical-esque. That having been said, it makes that shit a lot harder to do when you have assholes like this publicly ruining it for the rest of us. I don't want to go into like all the details and stuff of what he did. But, like, there are videos of this man just standing in Shibuya Crossing, just being kind of an idiot, and then somebody just walks by and decks him in the jaw, and it is the most satisfying. It is cathartic.
So fucking
It's
satisfying.
not only that, but like him harassing other people, like other Japanese people in Japan, like him openly harassing them, and then some Brits just come in and knock him and his cameraman the fuck out. It was great. It was great.
Nice.
All right. Basically, I'm really mad that he got this slap on the wrist, but I'm happy he won't be allowed in Japan again.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Sadly, I don't know where they're deporting him to, because he's been to Taiwan as well. They should deport his ass back to the US of A and drop him in the middle of gangland, because he straight up said F the Bloods, F the Crips. And I'm like, all right, cool. If that's how you said that shit while you were in Japan because you thought you were safe. Let them drop him in there again. I'm sorry, you said fuck who now? And it doesn't matter where you run, because on one side it's full blue, on the other side it's full red. And we ain't talking blood. We ain't talking Democrats and Republicans. Don't send them to Mexico. No. Throw them in the middle of the gang wars.
No, if we throw them in the middle of the gang wars, we will end them and the
Yeah.
gang wars because they'll come together to kill
They
him.
will all unite to beat this motherfucker up. All right. As for Johnny Somali, I wish him all the penis problems throughout all of his life. Like every one of them. The curse of 1,000 crabs and arms too short to reach them. I hope you get a burning sensation when you pee from now to the end of time. That having been said,
And
make
you
it
always
sporty.
have
Drop him in
performance issues.
Nebraska. He has to feed and has to fend with the Cornhuskers. Nah, bruh. Nah. No. I still say the gangs, because he didn't talk shit on the Cornhuskers. He talked shit on the Bloods, the Crips, and like fucking basically every gang you've heard about. He talked shit on them. Let them have one day each with him. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
By the time they're done, he'll be an upstanding citizen. If he's still
What are you talking
breathing.
about? He won't be able to stand.
No. If he's still breathing. Nobody's telling them to take a pound of flesh. They just want to pound his flesh. In both applications of the term. Boy, he's going to have one bleeding butthole when he's done. Somebody going to throw him in the ICU. All right, America, new fish incoming. That's all I'm saying.
Before or after they kick him out for not having health insurance.
I mean, no, they can't kick him out for that. They got to throw him in the ICU, and then he's stuck with that medical bill for the rest of his life. Yeah. Like, not only is it bad that you got fucked by the gangs, but now you're getting fucked by the healthcare industry. One's literal, the other one is a little more metaphorical, but so worth it. All right, now that we're done with that, Moon,
Yes.
as our resident archaeologist, I asked that you do the next story. Did you watch the trailer?
Right. I actually haven't yet. I didn't
it.
realize it was a trailer till just now, so that is my bad.
That's why it
so
says
I'll watch-
official trailer on the thing.
I didn't actually read it. I got too caught up in the talking and the joking.
I thought
and
you'd
the
at least
fucking
during the beginning
sounds.
you'd take a look at some stuff.
I watch
Yeah,
the
that's
videos when
on
I'm on the
me.
shitter, man.
Yeah, bathroom breaks.
The
Check the thing.
My bad.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. You got time.
Anyways.
Don't you lie. All right.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Pokemon Horizons Anime's English trailer reveals March 7 debut on Netflix. Netflix began streaming a new English dubbed trailer for Pokemon Horizons the series, and it reveals that the anime will premiere on March 7th, following a delay.
That's right,
Pokemon
guys.
Company
It
had
is
originally-
the new Pokemon series that takes place after Ash. The After Ash review.
After Ash? I mean Ash? Okay.
You're looking
Pokemon
kind of
Company
ashy
had originally
today.
announced... Yeah, just a bit.
Yeah.
Get some lotion.
Pikachu's looking
had
a little
originally
ashy.
announced that the anime would debut on Netflix in the US on February 23rd. The anime follows completely new dual protagonists who are named Liko and Roy. The anime features Sprigatito, Fuecoco, and Quaxley from the Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet video games, and also features the legendary Pokemon Rayquaza in its shiny form.
All right.
The anime also features...
Oh, sorry. Here's the one and only question I need answered.
Okay.
With this new anime, are they rice balls or jelly donuts?
Jelly donuts are my favorite. Nothing beats a jelly-filled donut.
It's not a jelly donut, it's a rice ball.
No, it was a jelly donut. You could clearly see it had a colorful center. That was the jelly. And then the outside was kind of crumbly. It looked like a bread. It was totally a jelly donut.
I'm with Argon here. Why not a rice-covered jelly donut?
Because that would be disgusting.
No, it wouldn't.
Yes, it would.
No, rice can be sweet, man. Have you ever had rice pudding?
Yes, I have. And also at the same time, no, that's disgusting. A rice-covered jelly donut? No.
Or what if it's a donut made with
on.
rice?
Or how's about a rice ball
at the end of
with
the day,
a
it's all
bean-paste
wheat.
filling?
That's
Okay,
still
that
only
all
theory.
right, jelly paste rice ball is gross. That's like the same thing as why don't we put tuna mayo inside a fucking donut? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's because I said the word mayo, isn't it?
Yes, I fucking hate mayo.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have so many bad
Spicy
memories
tuna
about
donuts coming to you.
that. No, I wouldn't
The
mind a donut filled
donut-
with fucking
spring
fish.
roll
It sounds like
donut.
a euphemism. It sounds like a euphemism. Oh my god.
All right, somebody else said ew mayo,
tuna
but I'm
donut.
like over there.
Thank
they're-
you, Spider.
Over
Thank
there,
you.
hey, over there in Japan, their mayo is very different than the mayo here.
I know, and that's what I want to taste what their mayo is over there because I don't trust any of the mayo here.
I have Kewpie mayo here, and it does taste different.
So
Yes,
go
because I
visit
know their mayo
Tennessee.
is made basically with an egg base versus here, which I don't
Is
know
just
what
throw
it is.
everything.
Is
Basically, it's
Isn't
like
it
a hot
also
dog
egg?
of condiments.
If you want to, I mean, if it makes you feel any better, the at least it's not the French version, which is where mayonnaise originally came from. They took whatever wasn't rotting and made mayo with it.
I mean, they're also the country that made a guillotine and still have one in working order today in case they need to use it on their politicians.
hey.
I'm just saying that's a good
Sometimes.
principle to
I
adopt.
wish we had that here.
just look.
That's-
The bottom
like-
half, the bottom half of the torch from the Statue of Liberty is literally a guillotine. Man, some politicians would
fun.
act the fuck right pretty soon.
You know what? Wouldn't it be kind of funny if we just
Based?
like took one of the worst politicians we had out there and it's like, hey, guys, this is an example.
America.
Okay. So what do you want to do?
America, as a solution to our current problem, may I recommend that we take Trump to the guillotine, but not by himself. We also bring the now complicit in genocide and war crimes Joseph Robinette Biden also to the guillotine.
Yeah.
Bring them both there so we don't have to put up with this bullshit for 2024.
Thank you.
Let's get some competent fucking people running for office, not two old men bitching about the other.
Two pieces of turd.
Richie, that would defeat the purpose of having a puppet in office.
That's the point. We're not trying to have a puppet in office. Why do you
Yes,
think they work
we
so
as
hard?
We as people don't want that. The politicians do because they can
The
basically
politicians
force
and
them
the
to do what they want.
corporations. Notice how quickly once Bernie was kicking ass in the Democratic Party, everybody dropped out because their masters told them, hey, everybody get behind this dude. We can't let Bernie win. That was the whole thing. Because Bernie would have told the corporations to suck his left nut.
Wish that would have happened. Like,
Yeah.
goddamn.
I'm not the biggest Bernie stan. I'm not a fan of some of the things that he's done while Biden has been in office, but that doesn't mean he wasn't right about a lot of shit. And he did not take shit from politicians or CEOs. He's the one man that's been up there just speaking his mind. Everybody's like, oh, he's the crazy ranting old man. I was like, nah, dude, he's always been that way. Check the tapes. Back in the 80s, he's talking about the same shit. Motherfucker ain't changed. Oh, man. Anyway, I'm just saying, a guillotine to keep politicians in line sounds like a really good idea. Next up, I would like to recommend Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert. You know,
I would say Margaret Thatcher, but she's already dead.
Yeah, hey, some people it's nice that they're in the ground already. I mean, hey, if you cut Lauren Boebert's titties off, then she's not disturbing the public in the middle of a fucking Beetlejuice play. Oh, no, don't take Mr. Beast to the, no. All right, no. You don't put Mr. Beast in the guillotine, but it's the Mr. Beast guillotine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Beast.
Yeah, no, Mr. Beast has done a lot of good for the world. Like, come on.
Mr. Beast built the guillotine. There we go. The Mr. Beast guillotine. Oh my god. Sponsored by Fansly.
Nice.
If we're just gonna keep saying stupid shit, man, I'm just gonna roll with it. Baby. All right. What were we talking about? What's the story? I think it was Pokemon originally, right? But then we got to Mayo fucking... Sorry, I interrupted with
How did we go from Pokemon to cut off their heads?
It went from Pokemon to Mayo to Richie saying that...
No. It went from Pokemon to jelly-filled donuts and talking about, like, the whole jelly-filled donut thing led to Mayo. From Mayo, we talked about how the French created Mayo. And then from the French, we got to the guillotine. And then from the guillotine, we're like, off with their fucking heads!
I'm sorry.
I my ADHD segment of the show.
I have a thing for weaponry. I can't help it.
I'm
Oh
100% ADHD. I can follow the train of thought. That doesn't mean where the train was going was a good place.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
But I can follow it. Also, guys,
God,
just a thing. While this is a live show, we do have pre-planned topics, so we don't just respond to, like, if you come in and you're like, hey, what are your thoughts on this? We're probably not gonna talk about it because we have a lot to cover. So back to Pokemon. I'm so sorry.
A lot to cover and only 2 hours to do so.
Yeah.
The best way, if you want to try to get us to talk about a topic, is get in the Discord, one of the Discords, and like send messages to us about us. Recommend it. And then we'll look into it, and if one of us sees it, we'll probably put it in the show if we think it's worthy of talking about.
Also, I just want to go ahead and point out real quick that we got ads incoming. I'm skipping them. All right. Really quickly, guys, I also want to cover one other topic. Guys, if it is a story that we don't want to talk about, we're just not going to talk about it. Because it's our show. We're going to talk about what we want to talk about. And typically, guys, I'm going to talk about things that are pretty nerdy. Mr. Beast is a general audience content creator, and he doesn't need promotion from our tiny little YouTube channel. So,
if anything, we need vice versa. We need him.
Yeah, we need him. Yeah, Jimmy, plug us. But yeah, guys, I was going to order Final Fantasy XI for your PS2. Why would you do that to your PS2? There's so many better PS2 games. Why would you do
like Resident Evil Outbreak?
Or just Final Fantasy X.
Or Onimusha.
No, not 10-2. Just 10. Just 10. Yeah.
I honestly kind of enjoyed parts of 10-2. 10 is still better, though.
The ending. Okay, that sounds way worse than I meant for it to, but like the secret ending where Tidus comes back and you actually get the end of the proper... It's what I call the actual ending of 10. But, yes, I know how that is. Hirohei talked about it. Yeah. All right, so that having been said, I almost was ready to go back to Pokemon, and then I got on a train of thought where I was about to start bitching out all the people in the comments for episode 6 of Log Horizon Abridged for the birds. Okay, context. There are wind turbines in Log Horizon, right? And we made a joke about it. It was like, even in fictional medieval Japan, we have clean energy. What's your excuse, America? I thought we were going to get shit just in general for the thing.
Nice. It's not coming through your mic yet.
It's not coming through my mic? Oh, no.
There we go.
Now it is.
Okay. I thought we were going to get shit from people on the other side. It was like pro-fossil fuel, blah, blah, blah. Or like the people who are like, wind is stupid and not reliable, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, whatever. No, we didn't get any of that. We got bird people coming after us. Do you know how many birds are killed by all these wind turbines? I was like, dude, birds fly into screen doors all the fucking time.
I had to replace a window this summer because I had birds constantly hitting it.
Here's the thing, guys.
I think I was like 11 or 12. There was a bird that flew into our fucking porch screen door, and I was like, what the fuck? I went outside and I saved the bitch for my cat.
Thank you, Andresino, for reminding me. Yeah, Code Geass. Everybody hypnotized by a goddamn bird. Rest my case. Birds are evil. More wind turbines.
Anyone ever seen the
movie? Besides, we all
know
know there's no such thing as birds. They're all just drones for the government.
And COVID was just a ploy so we could recharge all of them.
Okay, guys, I know that you guys are. I know that right now some of you are laughing, other people are rolling their eyes. If you're having trouble with what we're saying, I need you to go onto Google and look up the actual definition of sarcasm. Yeah.
Or facetious-ism.
Also, I want to go ahead and point out to you dumb motherfuckers right now, the Earth is not flat. If it were, cats would have knocked everything off of it by now.
Thank you.
Absolutely. God.
And what did you miss in Code Geass? The thing in his eye is basically a bird. Yeah.
Yeah, the Geass is a bird.
Yeah, the Geass is a bird. Yeah. Anyhow,
and it like flaps its wings and everything to control people. It's so weird.
If you haven't watched Code Ment, you first off you're missing out, and secondly it explains it pretty well.
And thirdly, it tells you.
I'm sorry, I'm buying clothes.
No, we're not doing that. We're not getting into that. So back to jelly-filled donuts. I watched the trailer. It looked kind of neat. I'm not gonna watch it because I was not a Pokemon person, but like it looked kind of neat. Yes, there are Pikachus in it. No, they're not Ash's Pikachu. If the old generation, if the old guard shows up at all, I think it's gonna be like a brief cameo thing. Like it's not. I mean, if they actually like involve them in the story as like, it's only gonna be for like an arc or something. But yeah.
I can also see where they would have them as just cameos for like a mentor who pops up like an episode, like every like 5 or 6 episodes. Hey, great job on the battle. This is how you can improve, and they just fuck off.
Right?
Yep.
Alrighty. Let's see. Lastly, next up is. I think we've done the Pokemon thing to death. We went off topic a lot.
Oh, we went so far off topic.
Okay, so we could technically finish it up.
Guillotines, man.
Fucking guillotines, man. All right. So we could finish that up or we could move on because we only have like 45 minutes left.
4 or 5. We have 6 topics left total.
Yeah.
Plus any closing remarks.
Okay.
It's us. Okay. It's us.
So,
we should probably move on.
We should, yes.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say
final thoughts, Moon.
How serious
Final
do we want
thoughts.
to take some of these topics? Final thoughts? I thought we were already moving on!
No, final thoughts on the Pokemon thing.
I want to be the best that there ever was! Okay?
Alright.
Okay! Final thoughts, there you go.
Alright. Guys, if you haven't checked out the anime, Running with the Wind, highly suggest it. It's really good, kind of wholesome sports series, but I did not know that it was based on a novel. And it turns out that novel will be getting released this year. The imprint will release the novel in a hardcover edition on October 15th. The novel will have 464 pages and will retail for $30. Well, that sounds about right when you're talking about a proper fucking novel and it's in a hardcover. Okay?
Yeah.
If it's in a hardcover, I know a lot of people, oh my God, $30. No, it's actually about right. Most hardcover books that I have cost around that much. Yeah, 25 to 30, somewhere around there.
That's average.
Yeah, that's average. So it's not overly expensive, overly pricey. And guys, here's my other recommendation. If that is too much money for you, might I suggest waiting until the ebook version comes out and it'll be way, way cheaper.
Yeah, you can buy it on hopefully we can buy it on Bookwalker or Kindle.
That also reminds me, speaking of novel-esque things, light novels and comics dropping this month that you might be interested in. Volume 14 of Reincarnated as a Sword drops on the 25th, and on the 23rd, the 8th volume of the Solo Leveling comic drops for physical and ebook. So get those wherever you go to get those, and please enjoy them. All right. Moved on from that topic. See, I'm schmoovin', baby. I'm schmoovin'. Sandland. Okay, here's the thing about Sandland.
The land of sand.
Okay, Bandai Namco Entertainment released a new trailer for the upcoming role-playing action game based on Akira Toriyama's Sandland manga on Thursday. Now, this is, I think it's pre, I don't know if it's pre or post DBZ. I would like to think that it's pre, but it could be post. The trailer reveals the game's April 26th release date, April 25th in Japan, and is available in both English and Japanese audio.
Sandland was released in 2000, so it's post Dragon Ball.
Post DBZ. Good. All right, so Sandland, even though it's titled Sandland and takes place in a desert, also takes place on a variety of different terrain, and you could definitely tell this is Toriyama by the designs of not just the characters but the tech and stuff that's in there. The game will launch for PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC via Steam. When it comes out, we might check it out on Steam. Who knows? If we're at the point where we can do reviews and stuff. It does look pretty cool. Bandai Namco Entertainment describes the game. Dive into a desert world where both humans and demons suffer from an extreme water shortage. Play as and watch the Fiend Prince Beelzebub, Sheriff Rao, and Demon Thief set off on an adventure in search of a legendary spring hidden in the desert. Introducing himself as a super evil fiend, Beelzebub has a pure heart like a little boy, but has superhuman strength and telepathic abilities. Rao, a small-town sheriff, seeks the aid of demons to save all of Sandland from the water shortage. Thief, a wise old demon with thieving abilities, also accompanies Beelzebub and Rao on their adventure. That is as far as I'm going to get into it. Description-wise, I think the less we know about this, kind of the better.
All I know is it has pilotable and fightable mechs. I'm already interested.
Yeah.
It's really cool looking.
Yeah,
because
I will say right now, a lot of their stuff, their mechs, their tech, and all that stuff, absolutely is 100% Toriyama, because it looks like it is. It looks like it was created by Capsule Corp.
Yes,
yeah,
it does.
100% Capsule Corp R&D was responsible for Sandland. I'm just saying, yeah. Trigun is just like a world that Vegeta hit. They just hit it with a blast, and it's like thousands of years later when it's slowly starting to recover, and that's Trigun. There you go. Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, sure. I can make everything connect. I don't have to, but I can. Remember the bug planet, Vegeta? All right. We got a double dose of Godzilla news. And yes, I said it incorrectly on purpose.
Gojira.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. It's Gojira.
It's Godzilla. I'm just Matthew Broderick energy over here. Godzilla.
Godzilla.
Godzilla. It's like, motherfucker. Why does that sound like I'm saying it as if I were Inspector Gadget? Go, Godzilla! Radiation beam! All right.
This will turn any creature I aim it at into a kaiju.
No, it won't.
No.
You hit like a little tiny lizard. Look, it's Godzuki. Kill it. Anyway. Fenris, take over for us.
Godzilla x Kong, the new Empire Films U.S. release moved earlier to March 29th. Entertainment news source Variety reported on Tuesday that the Godzilla vs. Kong film sequel, Godzilla x Kong, the new Empire, will now open in the United States on March 29th, 2 weeks earlier than its previously planned April 12th date. The April 12th release was itself a delay from its original March 15th opening. Toho has debuted a new Japanese trailer on Thursday, and the trailer confirms that the film will open in Japan on April 26th, as previously announced. Which surprises the hell out of me, because, well, Gojira started in Japan in the 50s. Why... Oh, wait, never mind. This is the Americanized version.
Yep. That's why it's called Godzilla.
I don't know if you pronounce the X this time, Spider, but I am, because... Fuck, I don't know anymore.
Godzilla Kong! Look, we're even shipping them. Look at that.
Exactly.
Why does Kong have a robot arm?
He doesn't. He has armor.
It's a gauntlet.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Somebody has been watching previous movies.
We as a nation have definitely shipped Godzilla and Kong when Godzilla attacked Kong on the U.S. Navy fleet and Godzilla vs. Kong. We were literally shipping them.
Spoiler! Oh, god damn it! I was gonna say spoilers because Moon hadn't seen it, but then I got the joke and fuck you.
I'm not going to watch it. I'm sorry. Godzilla and King Kong don't really interest me that much.
There you go.
This is
Godzilla
actually
-1. Let's talk about that.
So, real quick, this is not the first time, or even the second time, that Godzilla and King Kong have been in a movie together.
Well, no.
Back in, I believe, the 80s, they had a Godzilla Kong mashup in Japan, and it was wonderful.
Was it?
It's better than anything America has put out Godzilla-wise, in my opinion, yes.
Was it?
Yes.
Was it?
Yes. I still want to see the script, though, for the sequel to the 1999 Godzilla, because I was curious where that would go.
That was the first time I gave a shit about Godzilla, because Matthew Broderick made him cool.
That's a lot of fish.
I will
her.
I will say that the design of the 1999 Godzilla was great.
Matthew Broderick makes the earthworm guys look really cool.
I learned a lot about earthworms in that movie, surprisingly.
Right? You want to find them? Shot the shit out of the ground.
Especially when it's raining. Bam! They're everywhere. I tried that before. It actually works.
It does work. All right.
Moving on. Godzilla -1 wins Best International Film at Georgia Film Critics Association Awards. The Georgia Film Critics Association awarded Godzilla -1, Takashi Yamazaki's new film in Toho's Godzilla franchise, Best International Film in its 2023 awards. Hayao Miyazaki's The Boy and the Heron, or literally How Do You Live, film was the runner-up for the Best Animated Film category. Godzilla -1 was also nominated for Best Picture and The Boy and the Heron for Best International Film. Oppenheimer won the former, and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse won the second.
Okay, really quickly, I'd like to talk to you about guillotines.
Hold on, just because it's kind of on topic and it's kind of funny. Hold on. Just because it's kind of on topic and kind of funny, this was a Christmas present that I haven't put together yet, but eventually. Yeah, I already have one that I put together that was just Snoopy on a surfboard. It was really nice. So.
That's beautiful.
That's not a kaiju. That's not a kaiju at all. All right. Speaking of films and accolades, we move on to our next topic. Suzume, the first slam dunk, both films become top foreign films in the Chinese and Korean box offices. Entertainment news website Variety reported on Wednesday that Makoto Shinkai's Suzume film ranked as the second highest earning foreign film at the Chinese box office in 2023, earning $114 million US. The first Slam Dunk, the new anime film of Takehiko Inoue's Slam Dunk basketball manga, ranked as the third highest earning film, grossing $93 million US. Variety reported on Tuesday that Suzume also ranked as the second highest earning foreign film at the South Korean box office in 2023, making $43.6 million US dollars, and the first Slam Dunk making third place, earning $38.2 million US. Fast 10 was the top grossing foreign film in China, earning RMB 985 million, or about 139 million US. Elemental was the top grossing film in Korea, earning $54.3 million US. Yeah, funny enough, Fast 10 bombed in the US, but the only reason it's managed to succeed was because foreign markets were like, family. I mean, I think that we've gotten to the point where we're done with Fast and the Furious.
I really hope so.
There-
Also, Spider,
Mhm.
thank you for that. Thank you for that.
What did Spider say?
That's not a kaiju. That's a Kaiba Corp aircraft.
My favorite thing when they summon the dragon. Attention, everybody. Gojira, Gojira, Gojira,
Gojira.
Gojira. Oh,
Gojira.
Gojira. Oh, Gojira, Gojira. I love in the actual anime, there was just like, everybody calm down. Capsule Corp's just doing some dumb shit again. Okay.
Seriously? That's what happened in the OG anime?
Yeah.
Basically, yes.
It's basically. I'm
I love
paraphrasing
that.
a mighty bit, but yes. Yes.
Yeah, I get it, but still.
All right. And lastly but not least, I have not... Wait. Without saying anything about what it is at the moment, Fenris, have you watched it?
I have not watched the live action. I own the entire anime.
Well, I was asking specifically about this live action. Have you watched it? Yes or no?
I
That's
have
all
not
need.
watched the live action, no.
Okay. Moon. I have shown you parts of it, I believe.
Yes, you have. Although this gave me something, another thing that we need to add to the soundboard. The sound whenever it shows the title card.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to turn your attention to the only live-action adaptation of an anime where Truck-kun does not send you to an isekai. Yeah. YuYu Hakusho! Netflix live-action YuYu Hakusho series ranks in the top 5 on Netflix's global non-English rankings in third week. Here's my thing, dude. There's not a lot of non-English stuff that is global that like hits a US market the way this does. So the fact that it hit third or top 5 for the third week, not all that surprising, but also at the same time, Yu Yu Hakusho fans weren't exactly like, there's a lot to like about this. There is. But there's one glaring problem that makes this such a giant disappointment to fans of the anime.
I keep hearing you talk about it week after week, and it's the fact that the Dark Tournament.
It's just the one thing. It's just the one thing. It was only given 5 episodes. It needed at least 10. Or 8, for fuck's sake. Give it the One Piece treatment. Now, keep in mind, those 5 episodes were pretty long, and they did really well with the material that they were given in the time that they were given. But there are some drastic changes due to lack of time that you're just like, why the fuck? So if they did a season 2, we would be in the Sensui arc up to this point. Season 1 could have covered all the way to Yukina. Like 5 episodes, we could have covered Yukina. Season 2, we could have gotten 10 episodes for the Dark Tournament. Just 10 episodes for the whole fucking Dark Tournament. It would have worked.
Because that's the bare minimum you need for it.
Well, I mean, there's a lot in there. I'm not saying that we have to do everything that they did in the Dark Tournament.
Oh, I'm not saying that either. I'm just saying to cover the bare necessities.
I'm gonna say something.
episodes
I will
minimum.
say one thing that will piss off a lot of people. Out of all the tournament fights that we have in Yu Yu Hakusho, the least relevant and the one that could easily be skipped is the Dr. Ichigaki fight.
I will agree.
Fair.
As much as
That's
that hurts me
fair.
to say that, I have to honestly look at all the fights and how they develop the characters and everything. There wasn't any real character development. at the beginning of the fight and at the end of the fight, there was an emotional resolution, but nobody grew from it or changed from it. We learned one thing about about the masked fighter.
Mm-hmm.
And that was basically it. That was almost all of
We
it.
didn't even learn much about the masked fighter.
Mm-hmm.
We just learned that what she looked like. That was it.
Now, I will say that the cast was phenomenal. They did a great job. The fighting was, oh my God. And the visuals in Yu Yu Hakusho were great. The only downside I'll give it is that Kuwabara's sword is not blue, but it is blue in the live action. They just were like, all spirit energy is the same color. And I'm like, okay, I can kind of deal with that.
Nah.
I can kind of deal with that, but it's a little ridiculous.
If that was the only glaring thing, then I could have let it pass too. But...
Well, no, that I can let go because there are way more important things that piss me off. Like, and it's all because they only had 5 episodes and they were like, you have to do all of this in 5 episodes. And it's like, no, you don't. Why did you think that? Stop. Bad. Now, there are some choices that they made that I absolutely appreciate, like skipping the whole introduction of Hiei fight with his fight with Yusuke, because that just did not work. Like, Hiei's supposed to be a badass demon and he gets dropped by Yusuke? Come on. Come on. No. So I do like that. How they handled Hiei versus Yusuke kind of worked out a little bit better. I like there are changes that they made to this that I was like, yeah. Also, there's a lot of really nonsensical, boring shit that happens in the first season that we can skip. They skipped the 4 Saint Beasts. I am so glad for that.
Yes.
The 4 Saint Beast.
There was no need for that shit.
The 4 Saint Beast was so stupid. The only thing it was there for was to show us how much Yusuke had grown. But you could have showed us that by just having him go straight to Yukina. To saving Yukina, Tarukane's compound. So there's no need for the 4 Saint Beast. I'm happy they did that. Man, this just turned into a Yu Yu Hakusho live action review. The problem that I have is that they tried to combine. All right, when I say they skipped the Dark Tournament, I mean they went right to the fights at the end of the Dark Tournament. Those character fights. So when they come to Tarukane's compound, instead of fighting the Demon Triad, which honestly I can understand if you wanted to skip the Demon Triad and just go straight to Yusuke and Kuwabara fight Toguro and all that whole thing with Sakyo and Tarukane and that whole shit. They could have done that. That was absolutely fine. I also like the fact that this is a neat, interesting key point that I think works really well for getting Yusuke motivated. So the elder Toguro kidnaps Keiko, but disguises himself as Hiei to try to get Yusuke and Hiei, one of them, to kill the other off. And then when the truth is revealed, then they go after Tarukane. That's actually a better plot point because it kind of sort of nods at the original of like, yeah, Hiei captured Keiko. That's why Yusuke goes after Hiei. But this time it's like, no, Hiei didn't do jack shit. He's here for one reason only. Hiei did not come to the living world or human world, whatever you want to call it. He did not come to the human realm to start a lot of shit and cause a whole bunch of trouble. He came here to get an item to help him with his main objective, which was locating his sister. That was the whole reason why he did they just made him look like a naughty demon in the beginning. And it's like, bro. It's like Yoshihiro Togashi didn't know what to do with Hiei other than just like, I have these cool abilities that he has. And it's like, okay, I can understand that, knowing where the content is going. That makes a lot more sense. So there's a lot of really good things. And I'm not even joking. The fight between Yusuke and Goki, instead of taking place in like some forest area that was really stupid. No, it takes place in an actual fucking junkyard with like broken cars and shit, and just cars are going flying because like they make the demon look intimidating. It's so good. Up until the I'd say all the way through, mostly through episode 4, everything is fantastic. 1 through 3, fucking phenomenal. Really enjoyed it. It's in the last 2 episodes where we kind of they try to merge the end of the Dark Tournament and the assault on Tarukane's compound together. And I can kind of see the way that they had to do it. It kind of works for that. If you've never seen Yu Yu Hakusho, you'll love it. You'll love it. But if you know what the Dark Tournament is, you're going to be disappointed. Not mad, just disappointed. Because they did do the fights correctly. Like the Kurama versus Karasu fight goes exactly the way that it did in the anime. Even with OG Yoko showing up. To the man-eating plants coming around, the death seed, all that stuff plays out exactly the same. Here, Hiei versus Bui plays out almost exactly the same, except the whole thing of like redirecting the dragon and Hiei swallowing the dragon, that doesn't happen. It's just the actual dragon, and that takes out Bui or whatever. The Kuwabara versus Elder Togoro thing kind of plays out a little bit the same, but for the structure of the location, it's slightly different. I don't want to go too much into it. They do a good job with what they have. Yusuke versus Togoro plays out almost exactly the same beat for beat, except it's not in the tournament. It's in not Tarukane's compound. It's okay. It's on Sakyo's compound. The assault for Tarukane to get Yukina and all that. It's at Sakyo's compound, which is actually on Hagneck Island, where the Dark Tournament was held in the anime. So they actually had the fucking island put together. They could have done the damn Dark Tournament. It's so disappointing.
Yeah.
It's a glaring disappointment, and that is why here it is. I'm sorry I turned it into review, but this is the last thing we're talking about. That is why this, even with all of the great stuff that was going on, I can only give this a 5 out of 10. Like, you could tell that they tried. There was a lot here, and keep in mind that when I rate something, I start at 10, and based on how bad it does, I lower the score. If it stays up there, it stays up there. I will also tell you that the first 3 episodes, absolutely 8.5 out of 10. It's not until they start skipping like massive bits of content that I'm just like, no. Okay, they cut that out entirely. Like, removing the Dark Tournament drops it 5 points automatically.
Oh, easily.
But there was so much good stuff that kept it at 5. This could have been a lot lower. Here's the thing. One Piece it ain't. But it's definitely not as bad as some of the other shit I've seen out there. Dragon Ball live action.
Exactly.
Death Note live action. Full Metal Alchemist live action. Attack on Titan live action. This is a much, much better adaptation than all that other shit. And what makes it really good is, god damn, the fight choreography is fucking phenomenal. If you guys liked what you saw in Solo Leveling, and you thought that was really good, like gruesome action and stuff like that, you need to check out the first couple episodes of Yu Yu Hakusho, because the fight choreography in that is insanely like that. Like, it's not bloody and grotesque and shit, but like, oh my god, the fights are so good. So good. And you're like, oh yeah, how's this guy gonna be Yusuke? And then like the first thing that happens, one of the first big fights you get is Yusuke versus Kuwabara in the beginning, in the flashback, and it's kind of happening off screen. You see Kuwabara and his buddies being thrown back into view, and then you're like, oh okay, and his friends are like picking him up and trying to get him out of there, and then the next thing you just see Yusuke come with a double flying kick right to Kuwabara's face, and I'm like, nope, that's Yusuke.
Yep.
Like, all I had to see was one fight scene, and I was like, nope, that's Yusuke. Now, he's not as wisecracking as he is in his anime counterpart, but he's still Yusuke. And they do hit a lot of the beats in the original. Like I said, for the first 3 episodes, they hit a lot of the beats that need to be hit. So, again, I give it up to 5 for like the attempt for the trying. And the first 3 episodes are definitely 8 out of 10. That is it. That I'll get into more depth about this with someone who's actually watched it with me. Tony is way more atrocious on his ratings than me, because I think he lets his feelings do a lot more of the talking. Like, he's like, I've sat through some stuff with Tony that he was like, they didn't do everything exact. This thing's trash. And I'm like, bro, that's not how it goes. It's an adaptation. Okay. Like, and here's my thing. Up to this point, I can forgive a lot of what's happened with Yu Yu Hakusho because it is an adaptation, and I know they've got a limited amount of time to do stuff. But if you skip an entire arc that is over a quarter of the actual series, we got problems. You're like, oh, they skipped a thing. It's not like they skipped something that was like a couple of episodes or it was like a mini arc. No. The Dark Tournament has mini arcs. The Dark Tournament covers almost 50 episodes. You cut all that out. You're cutting out a good quarter of the series. Can't forgive that. Especially because the Dark Tournament's what got almost everybody into Yu Yu Hakusho. Oh well. So I'm honestly a little surprised that it is doing as well as it did, but then I have to remember there's a lot of people who haven't watched Yu Yu Hakusho that checked this out because they heard same showrunners as One Piece and thought, oh, this will be really good. And to be fair, it was pretty good up until that 4th episode. And then because there are certain moments that by skipping the Dark Tournament, you remove a lot of the emotional weight behind certain things. Genkai versus Toguro did not feel earned. Literally, she just puts the spirit wave orb in him and nothing happens. He acclimates to... Dude, that was a whole 4 episodes of just Yusuke going through torment. And then she pulled it out like, it's too early for you. And this is why I love the dub, because he just grabs it and goes, hey, give that back, you old bitch! And shoves it back in him. I fucking love the dub! What was the other one right before the Demon World arc? Or at the beginning of the Demon World arc? He's like, Keiko, don't leave me! Look, I'm a crab! Ah! Falls down the hill. Like, come on! It's so good! Guys, best way to watch Yu Yu Hakusho. Watch the anime dubbed on Crunchyroll. Yes, he does actually say that.
Oh my god.
I will look up the episode to show you afterwards.
I don't remember that. I haven't gotten there yet. I'm still working on the
I will pull it up. I will pull it up
got my
right
TV
now.
back a little while
Early
ago.
to mid 2000s Funimation anime was off the fucking rails. If you watch a lot of stuff they're dubbed, I mean, the best example is Ghost Stories.
Oh yeah.
And the most infamous example is
Ghost Stories is the one that they were like, hey, we're just trying to make money back on this, so whatever, just keep the story the same. And they were like,
oh no, the story wasn't even remotely close to the same.
no, the story was still the same. That's the thing. They changed a couple character
just
elements,
to put this
sure,
out
but the
there,
story was
just
still
to
the
put
same.
this out there, guys. Just to put this out there so everybody can understand why I'm so bitchy about this whole thing, right? Okay. So, Kuwabara's Fight of Love, Toguro Returns. Okay, Toguro Returns is episode 26, all right? That's where the first season or the first major arc ends, which is the Spirit Detective arc. Toguro Returns, all right? All the way to episode 66. That's the entire Dark Tournament. From episode 26 to episode 66. That's how much content they cut out. 40 episodes.
Or just 40 episodes. I can't count.
40 whole episodes of content. Now, I understand
And it's a lot of really good stuff, too.
Yeah.
Because I've only gotten, I think maybe 5 or 10 episodes into it right now. Because the last thing I saw was they just did the Doctor Who's-y What's It thing. And they were about to move on to the next fight. And just what I've seen is already amazing. And
Right.
I remember watching this back when I was a kid. I remember seeing that episode specifically with the guys who were being mind controlled. And I'm just getting not only a sense of nostalgia, but just damn, I wish I could have comprehended this a lot better when I was younger. I would have watched the whole thing.
Also another thing that pissed me off, we did not get Sayako Nesan. We completely skipped the fact that Kuwabara has an older sister.
Oh, yeah.
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 All right.
Also
Well,
see shit like he can. Yeah.
guys, that's basically it for us for the show. I do have to show this scene to Moon, but I can't show it while we're on YouTube. So we've already gotten in enough trouble just from me trying to react to our own content.
Yes, that is true.
Guys, if you have any recommendations for stories you'd like us to cover, we will try to look at them. But honestly, there's usually a week's worth of news that we're trying to cover that is of interest to us or directly affects us. And we're trying to keep the amount of content down. So we will do our best. But yeah, if you have any, please make sure to post them in the PhatDog server. Ask Tony or one of the mods where to post those things so that we can see them. All right?
Mm-hmm. Or you think we could just make another channel that's just like recommended topics?
No.
And just clear it out every so often?
A channel in the server. That's a possibility.
Yeah.
You'd have to talk to Tony about that.
Okay.
All right. That having been said, guys, thank you so much for coming by and hanging out with us and checking out our content. We really, really do appreciate it. We will be back next week for more Anime Church. I have a stream on my channel at 7 p.m. Central today. I have to do the thing. I was bribed to do it. Tonight, Lee Fuchi and I will be hanging out in a Discord call where she will be holding my hand as I try to come back through Alien Isolation. Why does everybody want Steve to give me hugs?
Because Steve is so adorable.
No, leave me alone. I don't like Steve. Steve the Xenomorph. But yeah, if you want to come check that out, watch me cry like a little bitch. That is precisely what's going to happen. So, if you want to do that, Richie Roberts 16 is my name over on Twitch. Check that out. And yeah, that's what I'll be doing. Moon, what you got going on? I mean, besides
not much.
Besides the light novel stream tomorrow, which I forgot to plug.
Of course.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a light novel stream tomorrow. I don't have too much going on right now. I am still working on just making a backlog of edits and recorded reactions to animes and such. I'm not going to lie. I only have one done right now, but I'm working on it. I promise I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Other than that, I don't really have too much going on. So yeah.
Fenris.
This comes Saturday, so I pull up the dates. The 20th will be another Gun Plus stream where I'm going to choose one of these and start my build on stream while talking with Royce about various nerdy mecha stuff.
Sadly, I don't think we're going to be here unless you guys are interested in giving my brother a birthday surprise and let him come on and talk Gundam with you, because he's a big Gundam head as well. But yeah, it'll be his birthday, and I think we're gonna go do stuff on his birthday. So yeah,
I can pass it by Royce and see what he feels like, if he feels up to it.
It depends on whether we're out or not, because we are trying to go to Putt Shack here in Nashville, and if we can't do that, we'll go bowling. I just don't know what time. What time do you guys normally stream?
We start at around 5 p.m. Central and end at around 7.
We would have to head out at probably about 6:30, somewhere around there.
Yeah, we have a hard 2-hour limit because of Royce's schedule.
Gotcha. I'm just saying we'd leave early is the whole thing. If he joined, he'd just be joining the call and talking. That's all. But
it looks like I can pass it by Royce.
Yeah. That having been said, guys, if you were not here for the beginning, I want to stress once again that pretty soon we're going to be putting up a poll on the channel and a little short that you can comment on or vote on the poll to let us know if you would like to hear a bunch of us PhatDog actors act out the manhwa for Solo Leveling. Now, guys, if you're looking to read along with us on the website online, I have nothing but bad news for you. What we will be working on will be probably either on TV or tablets or computer, PC or tablet. We will be reading the official translations because we want to support the official stuff that actually trickles back to the creator. Want to make sure the creators get rewarded. They're not expensive. You can get the ebooks online for pretty cheap. But things like that, if you want to help us out with that, because funding that's not going to be easy, may I recommend our Patreon? Link down in the description.
Absolutely.
Greatly appreciate that.
Please.
Hope you all have a wonderful day. And for those of you who are going to come by my channel and watch me cry, I'll see you there. Take care, and bye-bye for now. Oh,
Bye-bye.
One other thing. I am streaming Genshin content on my Twitch channel. If you haven't played Genshin, but would like to watch me play Genshin, or would just like to help me out with stuff, I'm looking for people who don't have a Genshin account, who've never played Genshin, to sign up, do like maybe 30 minutes of stuff in Genshin to help me. I'm doing a sponsored stuff with Genshin. So if you want to help with that, thank you. Now, bye-bye.
Mechanique d'analyse cardinal, if you know. Bye-bye.
Why did you have to say that?
Because it is a meme and it plays in my head on loop.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal.
Mechanique d'analyse cardinal. There it is.
Bye!